This is just going to be a short video where I kind of show you what I'm looking for on the assignment for tonight. So I'll walk you through setting up one or two of the parts of the worksheet, and then you guys will be doing the rest. So the first part of the instructions is to draw a reference triangle for each tick mark, and I mentioned the indicated central angle. So for this one, the central angle should be 30 degrees. Well, I'm going to start with this tick mark. So I'm asking you to draw a triangle out of this going down to the origin, and then you should be going along the x-axis, and then go vertically straight up to that tick mark. So from the tick mark, go straight down and then straight over, and connect those two ends with the hypotenuse. So this is what we call a reference triangle. And the central angle is the angle that's touching the origin. So if we pretend this is at the origin of the x and y axis, then I'm saying that this angle should be 30 degrees. And since this line went straight up, that makes a right angle there. So since the angles in a triangle have to add up to 180 degrees, in this case, that means I have 60 degrees for the angle on top. So for each triangle, I'm giving you the central angle, which should be touching the origin, and then you're going to fill in the other angles from there. Now that I have this triangle drawn in, what's important to remember is that we're making the hypotenuse equal to 1. So the next part of the instructions are that I want you to identify the ordered pair for the tick mark. So if this is the point 0, 0, I need to figure out what this coordinate is, which is where my tick mark was landing. So think about the fact that this is a triangle with hypotenuse 1, which means the short leg is 1/2 and the long leg is square root of 3 over 2. Well, for my x and y values, so the base of my triangle was the square root of 3 over 2, and that's going to the left from the origin. So that makes it a negative x value. So this will be negative square root of 3 over 2. And the height of my triangle, I said for this 30, 60, 90, since the hypotenuse is 1, the short leg is half of that, so the short leg will be positive 1/2. It's a positive 1/2 because it's going up instead of down. If I had been going down to this tick mark, then that would have been a negative y value, so I would have had negative 1/2 for my triangle. So that's the ordered pair for this tick mark that was indicated on the circle. Now I do give you a hint about the last circle. If we look at that one second. On this one, you're not going to end up with a triangle because when you put your dot at the end of the tick mark, basically what's going to happen is from the origin, you're just going straight to the right. So you don't have to think about what the three sides of your triangle are in this case, but remember, it's still a radius of 1 for the circle. So my ordered pair would be 1, 0. And then I still want you to fill in the other three tick marks here. So pay attention to what the central angles are, and we'll be using this information to create the unit circle tomorrow. On the second page of the assignment, I'm just trying to get you guys more familiar with the radian measurements. I know a lot of you guys are already comfortable with degrees. So that process of converting from degrees to radians, remember that you take the degree measurement and you multiply by pi over 180. So if I pick this one, for example, 45 times pi over 180, I just want you to do these conversions. Well, the 45 over 180 part of the fraction will reduce. So this is equal to pi over 4. So that's what you would write in here for the 45 degree measurement. These two things are the same, 45 degrees and pi over 4 radians. So I just want you to convert all of the degree measurements on there. And that's it for the assignment.